Rama. Namaste everyone. Welcome you all to this 20th class of Sanskritasri Pathamala 2. We were doing Ktva and Ton Pratyayas. We will revise that. We were also doing Upasargas. We will we'll complete the lesson on Upasargas and also try to do Vidhiling if possible today. Prarthana. Shuklambaradharam Vishnum Shashivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasanavadanam Dhyayet Sarva Vighnopashantaye Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Jnananandamayam Devam Nirmalaspatika Kritim Adharam Sarva Vidyanam Hayagrivam Upasmahe Saraswati Namaste Stubhina Pustakadharini Hamsavahanamaarudhe Vidyadanam Purushvame. So we're seeing the Subhashitams which are given under Padyani in the textbook. The next Subhashitam is Narasya Bharanam Rupam Rupasya Bharanam Gunaha Gunasya Bharanam Jnanam Jnanasya Bharanam Kshama. So Narasya Abharanam together has become Narasya Bharanam. A and A together will form a Dirgha and it will become A. So there is a Dirgha Sandhi which has happened. So Narasya Abharanam, Narasya Bharanam. So beauty is the ornament of man. Character is the ornament of beauty. So Abharanam is ornament. Narasya is of man. It is Shashti Ekavachanam, you all know. Rupam is appearance. So pleasing appearance. And then Gunaha is character or good qualities. And then Jnanam is of course knowledge or wisdom. And Jnanasya Abharanam Kshama. Kshama is forbearance, patience. So we can take it like this. Knowledge is not worthwhile without forgiveness. Similarly, there is no use of character without knowledge. There is no use of beauty without character, and there is no use of any other ornament when when the person is not looking good or there is no beauty. So we can take it in that manner as well. Today's Shabda Ratanam. Those who would like to try, please raise your hands. Janavi Satish.
Ram.
Ram.
Yushmat Shabda.
Yeah.
Dakarantah Trishulingeshu Samana Rupaha Yushmat Shabdaha Tvam Yuvam Yuyam Tvam Tva Yuvam Vam Yushman Baha Tvaya Yuvabhyam Yushmabhihi Tubhyam Te Yuvabhyam Vam Yushmabhyam Vaha Tvat Yuvabhyam Yushmate Tava Te Yuvayoho Vam Yushmakam Vaha Tvayi Yuvayoho Yushmasu.
Can you try the Dashan Shabda?
Dashan Shabda is like?
It is a Sankhya Shabda. So Trishulingeshu Samana Rupam.
Yes.
It has only Nitya Bahuvachananta Shabda.
Yes, ma'am. Got it. Thank you. So it's like Dasha, Bhihi, Dashabhyaha. Okay, then
Yes.
it is Akarantaha, Trishulingeshu Samana Rupa.
Sorry, it is Nakaranta. Nakarantaha.
Oh.
Trishulingeshu.
Nakarantaha, Trishulingeshu Samana Rupaha, Dasha Shabdaha, Dasha, Dashabhihi, Dashabhyaha, Dashanam, Dashasu.
Dashanam, it is not, there is no natvam there because we don't get the murdhanya shakara there. And so it is nakaranta trishulingeshu samana rupaha dashan shabdaha. Even though the prathama ekavachanam is dasha. Uttama.
Sorry.
Dhanyavadaha.
Dhanyawad.
Shri Ranjini Mohan Ram.
Namaste, Pani.
Ram Ram. Namaste.
Ramara.
So this guru is, normally we know the acharya or guru as the shabda, which is in pullinga. But if it is used as an adjective, it can be used in all the three lingas. Trishu lingeshu rupani santi. So can you try all the three lingas for guru shabda? So pullinga. This is not Trishu lingeshu samana. It has different rupas and different lingas. So first you can...
Ukarantah. Ukarantah. पुंलिंग है, गुरु शब्द है, गुरु गुरु गुरवः है, गुरुम गुरु गुरुन्ने गुरुना गुरुभ्यां गुरुभ्यः है, गुरवे गुरुभ्यां गुरवे गुरुना गुरुभ्यां गुरुभिः गुरवे गुरुभ्यां गुरुभ्यः है, गुरोः गुरुभ्यां गुरुभ्यः है, गुरोः गुरुवोः गुरूणां गुरोः गुरौ गुरुवोः गुरुषु.
Gurushu, and then he guru.
He guru, he guru, he guravah.
Yes. So pullinga, there is no difference between the adjective and the guru shabda itself.
Guru
so there is just one form. Okay. In strilinga, it will be like dhenu shabda.
Dhenu shabda.
Yeah.
उकारंत है, स्त्रीलिंग है, गुरु शब्द है, गुरुः गुरु गुरुः
गुरवः
गुरु गुरवः
like धेनुः धेनुः
गुरुः गुरु गुरवः है, हे गुरु हे गुरु हे गुरवः, हे गुरौ हे गुरवः,
हे गुरु हे गुरु हे गुरवः,
हे गुरवः, गुरुं गुरु गुरुः. स्त्रीलिंग गुहु.
Correct.
गुरुः गुरवे नहीं.
Dhenva. So just like that it will be
Gurva. Gurva, Gurubhyam, Gurubihi, Gurvai, Gurve, Gurvai,
Gurave. So one rupa is like the normal pullinga shabda, the other is like the strilinga. So it will be dhenvai, dhenave. Similarly, Gurvai, Gurave.
Gurvai, Gurave, Gurubhyam, Gurubhya hai. Gurvoho, Guroho, Gurubhyam, Gurubhya hai.
So it is like dhenvaha dhenu. So it will be gurvaha
Gurvaha
guroho.
Gurvoho, Gurubhyam, Gurubhya hai. Gurvaha Gurvo Guroho Gurvoho Gurunam.
There is again there are two rupas in the Shashti and Saptami Dvivachana also.
Gurvam Gurau Gurvoho Guru.
In the Dvivachana, wait a minute. So how will the Shashti Dvivachana be?
Gurvoho Guroho.
Sorry, Gurvoho. Gurvoho is the same. Sorry, only in these four it changes. Yes, Gurvoho Guruna. Guruna.
Guruna.
Shashti.
And then
Saptami.
Gurvai. Gurvai. Guroho.
Dhenvam. Dhenau. So it is Gurvam.
Gurvam.
Gurau.
Gurau. Gurvoho.
Gurvo.
Gurushu.
No, there is no Guru there. There is just one Rupa and Shashti Saptami Dvivachana. I said it by mistake. I'm sorry. Only in Napumsakalinga it gets two Rupas. Yeah. So in Strilinga it is just Gurva. Gurvoho. Yes.
Gurvoho. Gurushu.
Gurushu. And then
Napumsakalinga.
yes. Ukara.
उकारंत है नपुंसकलिंग है गुरु शब्द है गुरु गुरुणी गुरुणी हे गुरु हे गुरु हे गुरुणी हे गुरुणी.
So what are the two rupas in Sambodhana?
Guruve. Guruve.
He Guru, he Guru.
He Guru, he Guruve. Guruni, Guruni.
He Guru, he Guruni.
He Guru, he Guruni.
Sorry, he Guruni, he Guruni.
Guruni.
Dvivachana, Bahuvachana don't change, just as in Prathama. Yeah.
Guruni, Guruni. Gurum.
No. Guru, Guruni, Guruni. That is
Guru,
some...
Guruni, Guruni. Guruna, Gurubhyam, Gurubihi. Gurune, Gurubhyam, Gurubihi.
Guruni. Again here, Gurave will also be a form.
Gurubhyam, Gurubi. Gurubhyaha.
Gurubhyaha.
Gurubhyaha. Guru. Again, two decisions.
Two forms, yes. Like Madhu, one form, and another form like the Guru Shabda itself. Ukarata, Guru Shabda, Pullinga.
Gurunaga, Guroho.
Yes. Guroho.
Gurunaga, Guroho, Gurubhyam, Gurubhyaha. Gurunaga, Guroho. Guroho, Gurunoho.
Correct.
Gurunam.
Gurunam is the same, yes.
Guruni, Guruni. Gurau.
Gurau.
Gurvoho. Two forms.
Yes, two in Dvivachana of Saptami also. Yeah. So,
Guruni, Gurvoho, Gurunoho, Gurushu.
Yes. Gurushu. Uttam. Dhanyavadaha.
Thank you.
Rajini Bhargava, would you like to try the Etat Shabda in the three lingas?
Yes, Ram Ram Ram.
Ram.
Dakarant etat shabda, pulling etat shabda, esha, etau, ete, enam, etat, etam, enam, etam, enam, enau, etau, etan, enan.
Correct.
Eten, enen, etabhyam.
Etena, enena. The akaranta should be heard there.
Etena, enena, etabhyam, etaihi. Etasmai, etabhyam, etebhya. Etasmat, etabhyam, etebhya. Etasya, etayoho, enayoho, etesham. Etasmin, etayoho, enayoho, eteshu.
And then?
Striling, should I say?
Yes, Dakaranta.
Dakaranta, striling, etat shabda, esha, ete, etaha, etam, enam, ete, ene, etaha, enaha, etaya, enaya, etayabhyam,
Etabhyam.
etebhyam,
Etabhyam. Etabhyam. Etabhihi.
etabhyam, etabhi, etasyai, etabhyam, etabhyah, etasyaha, etabhyam, etabhyah, etasyaha, etayo, enayoho, etayoho, enayoho, etasam, etasyam,
Etasam. Yes.
एतस्याम एनयोः एनयोः एतासु
Etas. Uttam. Laka. Then Napumsakalika.
नपुंसकलिंग एतत् शब्द एतत् एते एनानि एतत्
Etani.
एनानि yes एतत्
So the
एनत्
first form is etat, ete, etani in Prathama.
एतानि sorry एतत् एते एतानि एतत् एनत् एते एतानि
Ete, ene.
it has only
Ete.
one form or two forms in napumsakling. Etani and ani do we have?
Yes.
Or is that etani?
There are two forms in the Dvitiya. For
etani,
all the vachanas, there are two forms.
okay, so ete, ene, etani, enani.
Correct.
Eten, enen, etabhyam, etaihi.
Etena, enena.
Etena, enena, etabhyam, etaihi.
Yes.
Etasmai, etabhyam, etebhyah. एतस्मात् एताभ्याम एतेभ्यः
Yes.
एतस्य एतयोः एनयोः एतेषां
Yes.
एतस्मिन् एतयोः एनयोः एतेषु
धन्यवादः.
धन्यवाद
Next we will try the dhatu rupas. The first is lat lakaraha yach. Vatsala.
Yachati, Ram Ram, Bhaini.
Ram.
I'll just try. I'm not very comfortable still. If please help me.
Sure, definitely.
Yachati, Yachataha, Yachanti, Yachata,
Yachasi.
Yachati, Yachata, Yachataha, Yachasi, Yacha.
No. So the Uttama Prathama Purusha is Yachati, Yachataha, Yachanti. The Madhyama Purusha is
Yachataha,
Yachasi, Yachataha,
Yachata,
Yachatha, and
Yachami,
Uttama Purusha.
Yachavaha, Yachavaha.
Samyak. Do you like to try the lang lakara of Puj Dhatu? So in lat lakaraha, what is the prathama purusha ekavachana form?
Yacha.
Pujayati.
Pujayati, pujayataha, pujayanti.
We want the lang lakara now.
Lang lakara means past tense.
Past tense, yes.
Pujate, pujayante.
Apujayat.
Acha, apujayat, apujayan. I didn't understand that. Can we see what when you're talking about, put that on the screen so we can understand to say that? Is it okay?
Yeah, you can do. Yeah, you can. I will put up the forms probably.
Then I can read. I would like to do that way because
so
whatever dhatu shabda that they did was, I would wanted to know how they are pronouncing it because I don't get the book still. I've not got the dhatu shabda book still. So I'm not able to follow any of the dhatu that the ratanam that they are expressing, and I feel very much left out.
No problem. I will put up the forms in the next class. So
yeah, then
you can read. Sure.
So for puja, I don't think I have the.
No problem. You can learn it if possible. Otherwise, I'll put it up along with the slides of the next class. Sure. Dhanyavadaha Bhagini. Anne-Marie.
Namaste.
Ram. Namaste.
Which one shall I say?
You can do the puja dhatu, lang lakara.
Apujayat, apujayatam,
Apujayat. Yes.
Apujayatam, apujayan, apujayah,
Correct.
apujayatam, apujayat, apujayam,
Yes.
apujayava, apujayama.
Uttam. The next one also.
Nam, lot lakara.
Lot lakara. Nam dhatu.
Namatu, namatat, namatam, namantu, namatat, namatam, namata,
Samyak.
namami, namav.
Uttama Purusha Ekavachana. Sorry, I didn't hear you.
Namani,
Yes.
namav.
Namava namama.
Namama.
Samyak. Uttama. Dhanyavadaha.
Dhanyavadah.
So, in the last class, we did the tumun and ktwa pratyayas. We saw that when there are two sentences where two actions of the same person are explained or expressed, then we can either combine them using the tumun pratyaya to one of the verbs or the ktwa pratyaya. So in tumun, we indicate the purpose. So in order to do one thing, somebody is doing another act. So we saw some sentences. We will just quickly go through those sentences and we will see the rupas of different dhatus with tuman and tva pratyayas. So Ramaha patitum patashalam gacchati. So we have added the tumun pratyaya. So even though the pratyaya is tumun, the nakara gets deleted, the ukara also gets deleted. So what we are left with is only the tum. So to the dhatu, we have to add tum. And sometimes to the dhatu, we have to add an ikara in front of it like this. So patha plus tumun gets patha I tum. So it becomes pathitum. Ramaha patitum patashalam gacchati. So in order to read, Rama goes to the school. Krishnaha kriditum kridanganam gacchati. Here also kridati is the prathama purusha latlakara ekavachana form. But here we get with a dhatu and ikara before the tumun is added. Kriditum kridanganam gacchati, which means he goes to the playground to play. So the purpose is to play. Pita devam pujayitum pushpani nayati. Here again, itum, I is added. Pujayitum pushpani nayati. Aham snatum nadim gachami. Here with the sna dhatu, just the tum is added. I go to the river to bathe. And tvam chitram drashtum chitrashalam gachhasi. You go to the theater or to the gallery to see the picture. So these are the meanings. With ktva pratyaya, one action is completed and another action is done by the same person. So Ramaha patashalam gatva pathati. Rama goes to the school and reads. So to the gam dhatu, we have added the ktva pratyaya. Even though there is a kakara in the pratyaya, we just add tva, takara, vakara, and then akara. Tva is added. Krishnaha maidanam gatva kridati. Krishna goes to the playground and plays. Father takes flowers and worships God. I go to the river and bathe, and you go to the gallery and see the picture. So we also saw the comparison of tuman and ktva pratyayas. These are the similarities of the two pratyayas. They help in combining two sentences. The resultant form like pathitum, gantum, gatva, all these forms are apyayas. They don't change with varying lingas or vachanas or purushas. Then they are added to dhatus. Both of them get added to dhatus. And then the doer of the action in both sentences is the same. So the same person does both actions which are mentioned in the two sentences. The differences are that in tumun, we added to the later action because we have to indicate the purpose. The action which is finally the aim of the person who is doing the former action will be getting the tumun pratyaya. Whereas twa pratyaya, the first action gets the twa pratyaya. So after doing one thing, he does another action. So the other difference is that the tumun pratyaya, as I told you, indicates purpose. So the two actions have to be connected. Whereas in twa, they can be two independent actions. So this is the summary. But, we have to become familiar with the forms of the two pratyayas in different dhatus. So we will practice that one more time before we proceed. So if somebody would like to try the pratyaya rupas, you can raise your hand. Geeta Ashu.
Ram Ram Bhagini.
Ram Ram, namaste. So the same dhatus which we saw last week. So we can try to add the tumun and twa pratyayas and mention the meaning also.
Pat, read, patitum, patitva.
So meaning is?
Patitum, to read, patitva, having read.
Yes. Read.
Creed, play, creeditva, having played, creeditum, to play. Puja, worship. Pujayitva, having worship, pujayitum, to worship.
Pujayitva, pujayitum. Yes.
Gacha, go. Gatva, having gone, gantum, to go.
To go. Samyak. You can try this as well. Nama.
Nama, salute. Natva, nantum. Natva, having saluted. Nantum, to salute. Brahma, wander. Some other form you are told, no? Last.
Correct.
Brantum.
Brantva.
Brantva, bramitum.
Yes.
Brantva, having wandered. Bramitum,
Bramitum. Yes.
to wander.
Yes.
Ni, nayati dhatu, take. Nitva, netum.
Samyak. Nitva, netum.
Piba, pitva, patum.
Yes. Pitva and patum. So these forms and the changes which they are undergoing in the two pratyayantas, you should make a note of. Dhanyavadaha Bhagini.
Dhanyavadaha Bhagini.
Koham. Mukti.
Namaste, Bhagini.
Ram Ram. Namaste.
Ram Ram, Ram Ram. G, to conquer. Jitva.
Yes.
And Jetum.
Samyak. Jitva, Jetum.
Then Pala, protect. Jitva is to having conquered and to conquer. Okay.
Yes.
Pala, protect. Palayita, palayitva, palayitvam.
Yes. Palayitva,
Having
palayitum.
Palayitum. Pata. Patitva, patitum.
Yes.
To having fallen and to fall. Vasa. Vasitva, vasitum.
This undergoes a change. I told you that.
Ushitva.
Right?
Okay, it becomes
Yes.
Ushit.
Yes. So Ushitva and Vastum. Vastum. Samyak.
Vastum.
Ushitva and Vastum, having dwelled
Vastum.
and to dwell. Okay, you can try this with the next one.
Chara. Charitva, charayitum.
Charitum.
Charitum. Okay. Charitva, charitum.
charitum. Having moved or to move.
Yaj also changes, no?
Correct.
Istva,
Correct. Ishtva and
yastum.
very good. Yashtum. So
Yashtum.
having sacrificed and so actually it's performing a sacrifice. Ishtva and yashtum.
Okay. Mar is kill. Marayitva, marayitum.
Samyak. Marayitva, marayitum.
Tarjayitva, tarjayitum.
Tarjayitva. So in all these, the yakara addition
Lakara will be
happens.
addition. Okay.
Yes. Thank you. Dhanyavada.
My pleasure. Namo Namo. Namo Namo.
There are just few more. K. Padma.
Ram Ram Bhagini.
Ram Ram.
Katha. Kathayitva. Kathayitum. Having narrated to narrate. Rachayitva. Rachayitum.
Yes. Rachayitva, rachayitum.
Bhaksha, to eat. Bhakshayitva. Bhakshayitum.
Yes.
Ata, to wander. Atitva, atitum.
Atitva, atitum.
Vama, to vomit. Vamitva, vamitum.
Yes. Vamitum. Uttam.
One doubt I have.
Yes.
You asked us to send it. You asked us to make 10 sentences.
Yes.
This one sentence, I want to know whether it is correct. I
Yeah.
made with Vama. Tvam Vamasi. Tvam Patashala Ma Gaccha. That is, I was trying to combine Vamitva Tvam Patashala Ma Gaccha. Having vomited, you don't go to school.
So here there should be two actions which are done by the same person. One is in a lakara. So ma gacha is a lot lakara, isn't it? So you're instructing that person not to go. So there are no two actions done by the same person. So you cannot use twa in that sense. So there should be two actions which are being done or which have been done by the same person. Yes, either in past tense, present tense, or future tense, or you can if it is a lot lakara, you should use lot in both the sentences. For example, tvam khaditva ma krida. Suppose you're giving an instruction. That you can say, because you can say tvam ma khada and then tvam ma krida, and then you're combining them khaditva ma krida. So that is fine. Both lot lakaras can be combined, but one is an action, the other is lot lakara. That doesn't work.
Okay. I had a doubt on this. Okay. Dhanyavad.
So we will try this as well. Padma Bhagini, you can continue this.
Yeah. Saha Kshiram Pitva Patham Patati. This I have to translate. Okay.
Yes.
Having drunk milk, he reads the lesson. Ramaha Mandiram Gatva Devam Namati. Having gone to temple, Rama salutes God.
Yes.
You can use Nantum also, no? Okay, this is only.
We can, yeah, it is just translation, but you can use. So
I
if
just
it is
tried it.
Tumun,
Tum devalayam gacchati.
Samyak. Devam nantum devalayam gacchati.
Okay. Yada gopalaha atra gacchati tada agacchati tada aham api agacchami. When Gopal comes here, I also come.
Correct.
Krishna snatum nadim gacchati. Krishna goes to river to bathe. Vayam brahmitum bahihi gacchamaha. We go outside to roam about, wander. Brahmitum, wander.
Brahmitum, to wander. Yes. Brahmitum bahihi gaccha.
Okay.
Dhanyavada.
Okay, dhanyavada.
So, does somebody want to read their sentences for Ktva and Tumun Pratyas? You can read 2 or 3 sentences so that others can also get a chance.
Yes, ma'am. Can I read?
Yeah, Jahnavi?
Yes, you want me?
I think, okay. Okay, you go ahead. You can read 2 sentences.
Yes, ma'am. Yes. Tvam shashpulim bhakshayitva kridanganam gaccha.
Okay.
And
can you translate that as well?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Having eaten the murukus, you can go play in the playground.
Yes.
You can go to the playground first.
Go to.
Patham pathitva prashnan pricha. Having read the lesson, ask doubts.
Okay. Dhanyavada. Samyak. Sriram Venkatesh.
Namaste, Acharya.
Namaste, Ram.
What should I say, Acharya?
Have you written the sentences using Ktva and Tumun Pratyas?
I did not write. What can I say?
You can say. If you know offhand, you can say. Yes. One with Ktva and one with Tumun, can you say?
Acharya.
Yeah.
Aham patitva annam khadami.
Samyak. Aham patitva annam khadami. Can you also translate it?
I will eat rice after reading.
Okay, good.
Aham kriditum samudatiram gacchami.
Samyak. So the meaning is
I go to the beach. I go to the beach to play.
Samyak. Uttam. Dhanyavada, Shriram.
Dhanyavad, Acharya.
Usha Divate. Usha Divate. There is a problem with your unmuting. Sujata Bhatini.
Aham namaste Bhagini.
Ram.
Mahoday, namaste Mahoday. Aham Kshiram pitva nidram bhumi.
Kshiram pitva nidram karomi. Samyak.
Nidram karomi.
Correct. And with Tumun.
Aham to drink patum. Restaurant, I don't know, hotel.
Yeah, so you can say upahara griham or something.
Upagraham, upagrahe.
Upahara griham.
Upagrahe.
Upahara griham.
Okay, upahara, yes. Aham upahara griham or grihe. In.
What do you want to say?
Yeah, go to. So then it comes the object. Upahara graham. Cold drink patum gachami.
Shitala paniyam or panam patum gachami. Dhanyavada. I think I'll ask one more person and then we will go on to the next. Krishna Narayan Mahodaya.
Namaste, Ram. I will try. Actually, I missed the last 2 classes, but I will try.
Please.
Saha Kriditum Kridanganam Gachati.
So the meaning is he goes to the playground to play.
Play. Then the other one should be with
Twa.
Twa. Twa will be, the meaning will be having done something.
Yes.
Aham. What do I say? Having fallen, I got up. I get up or something like that. Aham. Patitwa. How do I say? Get up.
Uttishtami. So stha or tishtha is to stand up. Uttishtati is to get up.
Okay. Aham patitva uttishtami.
Uttishtami. Samyak. Dhanyavada.
Thank you.
So we also started the lesson on upasargas, which are nothing but prefixes to dhatus. And we learned the 22 upasargas. We saw that prefixes or upasargas are added before the verb root. They do not have any independent meaning or usage. They cannot be used independently. They are indeclinables, and we can add more than one upasarga also to a dhatu. For example, upa plus a plus harati can mean to bring near or to gather, or sometimes it can also mean to eat. So the upasargas are pra, para, apa, sam, anu, ava, nis, nir, tus, dur, vi, a. Sometimes it is referred to as ang, where the nakara gets deleted. So a, ni, adhi, api, ati, su, ut, abhi, prati, pari, upa. So in the last class, somebody had also sent me the akarika, where all these upasargas are given in the form of akarika so that you can remember them easily. Which is pravipara pasaman bhava nir nisau durati dusprati sudadhi varyapi changabhini upavimshatihi dvisahite upasarga samahvayaha. So this is like a padyam which you can memorize in order to recollect the upasargas. It goes like this. The first one is pra. Vi is the second one. Para is the third. Upper. Para and upper together have become parapa. Upper is a fourth. Sam is a fifth. Anu, ava together have become anvava. By Sandhi rule, it has become anvava. So anu, ava, 5, 6, 7. Nir, nisau. Nir and nis. So just like Ramaha, Ramau, it has become nir, nisau. Durati, dur and ati. Dur, ati. Dus, prati. Su, Suprati, I'm sorry, Dusprati, Dusprati, Su and Ud together have become Su. And then Adhi, Sudadhi, Su, Ud and Adhi. There are 3 upasargas there. Pari and Api, Paryapi. Pari and Api become Paryapi. So Pari, Api. Cha, Cha is and. Ang, Ang is nothing but the A upasarga, like Agachati, we add Ang. So Ang, Abhi, Ni, and Upa. So these are the 22. Vimshatihi Dvisahita means 20 together with 2. Dvisahita Vimshatihi iti upasarga samahvayaha. So this is so the Samahvayaha is named. So these are the names of the 22 upasargas. This is the meaning of this karika. So if you can memorize this, you can learn the 22 upasargas. So I also happen to get another karika, whichever is convenient for you, you can learn that and that will help you remember the upasargas. This goes like this. Praparapa samanvavanir Durabhivyadhi Sudati Ni Prati Paryapayaha Upangiti Vimshati Resha Sakhe Upasarga Vidhi Kathita Kavina. Here we have Pra, Para, Apa, Sam, Anu, Ava, Nir, Dur, Abhi, Vi, Adhi, Su, Ud, Ati, Ni, Prati, Pari, Api. So this Pari, Api and Paryapayaha. So just like Harihi, Hari, Harayaha, you're combining all these upasargas. So it is like a Bahuvachana Shabda at the end of which we have Api. So it will become like Hari Shabda, Harihi, Hari, Harayaha, Paryapayaha. It is a plural of all these things. Upa, Ang, Upa and Ang. Iti, Iti is, these are Vimshatihi Esha Sakhe. So he is addressing the person to whom he is saying this and calling him a friend and saying Sakhe. So Sakha is a friend. So He Sakhe. These are the 20 upasargas. Upasarga Vidhihi. These are the 20 upasargas which are mentioned by our rishis. So kavis are also rishis. So these are the 22 upasargas. So in this there are only 20. Why? Because there is only nir and dur. There is no nis and dus. Nis and dus have been included in nir and dur itself. So sometimes they say that there are 20 upasargas because they consider nis and nir as one, dus and dur as one. So pra, para, apasam, anu, ava, nir, dur, abhivi, adhi, su, ut, ati, ni, prati, pari, api, upa, am. So this is another karika. Whichever is easy for you, can memorize this. So we saw in the last class, the upasargas which are added to the hr, the dhatu, can give different meanings. So it just shows the scope of usage of upasargas. And we also saw the meanings. Pra plus hr, praharati means to hit. And praharaha is the noun form of that verb. Praharaha is the hit. Ahr, aharati. When you add a, it means to eat or to bring. And aharaha is food. Samharati is to kill. Like we have sura samharaha. So that is samharati, to kill. Samharaha is the murder. Viharati. So vihara is to entertain oneself or play. So viharaha is play. So just see the wide range of meanings that the hra dhatu gets by addition of these upasargas. Pariharati is to remove, and pariharaha is removal. Uddharati is to lift, and uddharaha is lifting. Apaharati is to steal, and apaharaha is theft. So there is a karika. So here the different meanings of these additions to hra dhatu are given in the form of sentences. Choraha dhanam harati. So he takes the wealth or he steals the wealth. Apaharati and harati here get the same meaning. Bhimaha rakshasam praharati. Bhima attacks the demon. This pra addition gives the meaning attack or to strike. Balakaha modakam aharati. The boy eats the sweet. Ramaha rakshasan samharati. So here it gets the meaning to kill. Balaha saikate viharanti. The boys are playing. So viharaha is play. So viharati is to play. Are playing in the sand. Vaidyaha aushadhaihi vyadhin pariharati. The doctor removes the diseases by medicine. Pariharati is to remove. Sarpaha phanam uddharati, to lift. The snake raises its hood. Krishnaha navanitam apaharati. Krishna steals the butter. So again, there is a karika here for the different meanings that the upasargas can give. Upasargena dhatvartaha balat anyatra niyate. Praharahara samhara vihara parihara. Just like how the different meanings of the hra dhatu with the different upasargas, the addition of upasarga, upasargena dhatu arthaha, the artha of a dhatu can be forcefully taken elsewhere. Balat anyatra, into a different place, or it can be given a completely different meaning or connotation. Niyate is to take. So praharahara samhara vihara parihara vat is one karika. So we are explaining the different transformations that the verb meaning can undergo by the addition of upasarga. So the first case is where it gets an opposite sense. Gachati or yati is to go. Nayati or harati is to take. Dadati or yachati is to give. Smarati is to think or remember. So when you add a to gachati, it becomes come. Agachati, ayati, both mean to come. Anayati, aharati is to bring. Adadati, ayachati is to accept. So these are exactly the opposite meanings. Smarati is to think or remember. Vismarati is to forget. So one change is that it can get an opposite meaning. So some upasargas can enhance the meaning. So it can make it more pronounced. For example, Jayati is to conquer and Vijayate. Here you should also note that the Parasmaipadi Dhatu has become the Atmanepada form. So Jayati has become Vijayate, means to conquer completely. So anything done in an exceedingly good manner, we say we add a V or pra. it is not always the case. For example, in Vismarati, we say it gets the opposite meaning, but generally it is like that. Pravishati is to enter. Here also it is something which is done well in a full-fledged manner. That's all. So when upasargas can give a different meaning, like tishtati is stand and I think anutishtati is to perform. So they have completely different meanings here. Bhavati is to be and anubhavati is to experience. Vadati is to speak. Samvadati is to have a conversation with somebody. So in some cases, upasargas extend the meaning. Gachati, anugachati is to follow. Upagachati. So there are slight modifications of the same meaning. Anugachati, upagachati is to go near. Upa usually takes the modification of something that is near. So upagachati is goes near. Sangachate is to go along with somebody. Here again, the Parasmaipadi root has become the Atmanepada root. So sangachate. Udgachati is to go up. Ud usually gives the meaning of rising or going up. So udgachati is to go up. Like harati and udharati, to lift, is anything that goes up or is taken up, you use ud. That is generally the case. Another set of dhatus is with iksha dhatu. Here it is atmanepada. Ikshate is sees, parikshate tests. Samikshate is to examine keenly. Udikshate, here again ud is above, so sees above. Apekshate is to expect. With vada dhatu, vadati speaks, sabvadati converses. Visamvadati is to contradict or to argue. Some take a completely different meaning, as we saw. Yachati is give, vyayachati is to open. So they are unrelated meanings. Gamayati, to make one go. Nigamayati is to deduce something or to arrive at something. Bhavati is to become. Abhibhavati is to oppose. So here again, they are not connected. So they get completely different meanings. Here again is a karika which says Dhatvartam badhate kaschit. So some prevent the usage of a dhatu in a particular way. Badhate, or is to prevent. Dhatvartam badhate, or it completely negates it. So badhate kaschit. Kaschit tam anuvartate. Something, in some cases, it just enhances the meaning. Tam anuvartate. Tameva vishinashti anyaha. So in some cases, it gives a completely different sense. So it distinguishes it from the original dhatu. These are the ways, 3 ways in which upasargas act. Upasarga gatihi tridha. There are 3 types of upasarga gati. So the way in which the upasarga functions can be of 3 types. Is this karika. So there are many karikas. You can try to memorize them and it will help you. So I will stop here and take the questions before we proceed. You can try the translation exercise on, there are 2 exercises, 1 and 2 on page 62 for homework. Do we have to learn the shlokas? That's not necessary, but it is just to help you remember the concepts, nothing more. Yes, Chalachitra is movie. Chitram is just a picture. Yada Gopalaha atra gacchati, tada aham api agacchami. There is no tva or tumun there. Yes, there is no tva or tumun. Karika works when sung. Yes. So I'm not able to set a tune to it. Ignore is given in translation exercise. It means, the word is upa and ikshate. So it is upekshate. Is to ignore somebody's advice. Is there another exam from Chennai for Pathamala 1? Yes, the Pathamala 1 exam was conducted in April. Another exam will happen in July. So when it is announced, we will convey the information to you. Anne-Marie, you had a doubt about the Shabda?
Hello, namaste. I could not find in my book the Guru Shabda for the feminine. I found only the Napumsakaling.
So Guru for the feminine is exactly like the Dhenu, Ukaranta Dhenu Shabda.
Okay.
So
yeah, because it was very confusing to hear.
Sorry?
It was a bit confusing to hear it.
Oh, yeah. So it is exactly like an Ukaranta, Hrasva Ukaranta Dhenu Shabda. Because it is an adjective, we need to use it in all three lingas. So we need to have the forms. And here we have the Ukaranta Dhenu Shabda as the sample Shabda for this.
Thank you very much.
So we have run out of time. I don't think we will be able to start revealing today. We will stop here. Upa ikshate. Upa ikshate is the word for ignore. Those were the questions. Shanti mantra. Om sarve bhavantu sukhina, sarve santu niramayah, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschit dukkha bhag bhavet. Om shanti shanti shanti. Dhanyavada. Shubhratri.